Come on.
Hey, Mike 52.
Topper. We go.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Bit off a pretty decent game.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Tighten down. There you go.
Here's Allen to throw it. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
SOS. Alert, flare. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Silver. Switch.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete. He finds Braid. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Smooth. Pick the edge. Come. Check nickel. Check hot route. Hot.
Blue draw quarter.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Off to Geis on the screen. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, here we go.
Go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
You ready?
50, Mike, 50. Blue there. Do.
Now.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mike spot 4. There's a party now.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And now look at him go. 20. 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback charge. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Leo.
2nd and 9 now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
Prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Who do you want?
Hey, Delta.
Check 31. Rush in.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Got a man open, it's Ross. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, this is Geis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's get off the field, D. Patch it.
Regular.
Geis. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Jet bomber.
Check. Fresno.
3rd down, here's Geis. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Browns. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception.
Balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. Looking to throw. Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He's coming. We got double up. Check the backer.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Here we go. That's a safety creek.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
5 wide.
57.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
49, check 49, check 49. Middle. Regular. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 52.
You ain't doing nothing today. Go.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Allen now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Hey, tight. Mike 52. Here we go.
They'll run with Geis, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Watch that.
46-yard
Alert. Hey, tight. Half 10.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
6-6. Pull it high.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
You better talk to your boy. Have him protect you.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Tighten up. Out.
Alert.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And here's Allen throwing on 3rd and long. And Adams has it complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
On the ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or two.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Ready, ready. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
On first down, Lawrence. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
Watch the eye. Slam. He's checking.
Under 10.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. 18 Gators.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. Open man is Trey Burton. And it's going to be another first down, as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On first and 10, Lawrence. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's second down. Second and 10 now from the 27.
I'm going to run you over. 20.
Go out.
Check 25.
Look at me. Zipper.
55, Mike. No, check.
Get it.
To throw again, Lawrence. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now, as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Saquon Barkley running right. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Lawrence. And he's able to find Diggs. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come.
Protein spill now.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back to throw. Lawrence. And able to find John Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
57.
This is Geis. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
2nd and 5 now. Allen. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. Allen now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Allen. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to the ground game now with Geis, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
57 to Mike. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now a run with Geis. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Go. 8 read. 54. I smell fear in that. Hey, Sam on. I smell fear in that offense. Ready?
To throw from his end zone, Lawrence. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw. Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Check out read. He's car. Hey, Orbit. Snap.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Agnew now to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56. Mike, 57.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. And Brate, the tight end's got it. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. And Diggs has it. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Looking to throw. Lawrence.
That was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there, but they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Lions, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
100 yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tempo, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game.